Ancient Rome was a powerhouse of innovation, leaving a legacy that still impacts our world today. The empire's rapid expansion and success were fueled by incredible feats of civil engineering, such as roads, bridges, and aqueducts, all made possible by the marvel of Roman concrete. On the battlefield, Roman ingenuity extended to medical advancements that saved countless lives. But Rome's contributions didn't stop at infrastructure and medicine. They pioneered social safety nets to support their most vulnerable citizens, showcasing an early form of welfare. In the realm of law, they introduced groundbreaking concepts of jurisprudence, including the fundamental principle of innocence until proven guilty, which remains a cornerstone of modern legal systems. Rome's cultural innovations were equally impressive. They gave us bound books, public newspapers, and a calendar that evolved into the one we use today. These are just a few examples of how ancient Rome's ingenuity helped shape the world. Here are 10 innovations that were instrumental in building ancient Rome. 1. Roman aqueducts. Imagine living in a city with public toilets, underground sewage systems, decorative fountains, and luxurious public baths, all made possible by a single innovation, the Roman aqueduct. These incredible structures, first developed around 312 BC, used the simple power of gravity to transport water through stone, lead, and concrete pipelines straight into the heart of the city. This ingenious system freed Roman cities from relying on local water sources, revolutionizing public health and sanitation. Though the concept of aqueducts wasn't new, ancient Egyptians, Assyrians, and Babylonians had primitive versions. The Romans took it to a whole new level with their unmatched civil engineering skills. Hundreds of these aqueducts sprang up across the empire, with some stretching as far as 60 miles to bring fresh water to thirsty cities. The true testament to their engineering prowess? Many Roman aqueducts are still standing today. Take Rome's famous Trevi Fountain, for example. It's still supplied by the Aqua Virgo, one of the ancient city's 11 aqueducts, restored and operational after all these centuries. The Roman aqueducts were more than just functional. They were feats of innovation that continue to inspire awe and admiration. 2. Ancient Roman concrete. Ever wonder why so many iconic Roman structures like the Pantheon, the Colosseum, and the Roman Forum are still standing tall today? The secret lies in the Romans' groundbreaking invention of cement and concrete. Over 2,100 years ago, the Romans began crafting concrete, using it across the Mediterranean for everything from aqueducts and buildings to bridges and monuments. Although Roman concrete was not as strong as the concrete we use today, it was incredibly durable, thanks to its unique recipe. The Romans mixed slaked lime with volcanic ash, known as pozzolana, to create a sticky, resilient paste. When combined with volcanic rocks called tuff, this mix formed a robust concrete capable of withstanding chemical decay. The magic of pozzolana allowed Roman concrete to set quickly, even underwater, making it possible to build elaborate baths, piers, and harbors. This ingenious material gave Roman architects the freedom to construct some of the most impressive and enduring structures in history, showcasing their unparalleled engineering prowess and leaving a legacy that still stands strong today. 3. Ancient Rome's welfare. Early social security. Picture ancient Rome, where government programs were already laying the groundwork for modern social security. Long before contemporary welfare systems, the Romans were pioneering ways to support their needy citizens with subsidies for food, education, and more. This revolutionary concept dates back to 122 BC, when the tribune Gaius Gracchus introduced the Lex Frumentaria, a law mandating that the Roman government provide its citizens with affordable grain. Rome's commitment to welfare didn't stop there. Emperor Trajan took it further with the Alimenta program, designed to feed, clothe, and educate orphans and impoverished children. Over time, the welfare list expanded to include essential items like oil, wine, bread, and pork, which were likely distributed using tokens called tesserae. These generous provisions not only helped the needy, but also bolstered the popularity of Roman emperors among the masses. However, some historians argue that these handouts, while beneficial, may have played a part in Rome's eventual economic troubles. Despite the debates, ancient Rome's welfare programs were a remarkable precursor to modern social security, showcasing a society striving to care for all its members. 4. Bound books in ancient Rome. For centuries, literature was confined to cumbersome clay tablets and scrolls. The Romans changed this by creating the Codex, the earliest form of the bound book. Initially, these codices were made of wax tablets bound together, but they soon evolved into pages made of animal skin and parchment. Julius Caesar himself is credited with an early version of the Codex, stacking pages of papyrus to form a primitive notebook. However, bound codices didn't become popular in Rome until around the 1st century. Early Christians were some of the first to adopt this new technology, using it extensively to produce copies of the Bible. This Roman innovation revolutionized literature, making it more portable and accessible, and laid the foundation for the books we cherish today. The Codex not only streamlined the way information was recorded and shared, but also marked a significant leap forward in the evolution of written communication. 5. Acta Diurna, the ancient Roman newspapers. Imagine strolling through ancient Rome and stopping to read the latest news etched on metal or stone in bustling spots like the Roman Forum. The Romans pioneered public journalism with their Acta Diurna, or daily acts, which served as early newspapers, detailing military, legal, and civil matters for all to see. First appearing around 131 BC, these public records kept Romans informed about military victories, upcoming games and gladiatorial events, birth and death notices, and even human interest stories. But the Acta Diurna wasn't just about daily happenings. There was also the Acta Senatus, which recorded the proceedings of the Roman Senate. For years, these records were kept away from the public eye until Julius Caesar, in a bold move during his first consulship in 59 BC, ordered their publication. This was part of his sweeping populist reforms aimed at increasing transparency and engaging the public in governmental affairs. The Acta Diurna brought the Roman populace closer to the workings of their world, making them one of the earliest examples of organized news dissemination and a precursor to the newspapers we rely on today. 6. Roman roads, the empire's lifeline. At its peak, the Roman Empire spanned nearly 1.7 million square miles, encompassing most of southern Europe. To effectively manage this vast territory, the Romans built the ancient world's most sophisticated road system, many of which are still in use today. Constructed from dirt, gravel, and bricks, made of granite or hardened volcanic lava, these roads were engineering marvels. Roman engineers followed strict standards, creating arrow-straight roads that curved slightly for water drainage. By 200 AD, the Romans had built over 50,000 miles of roads, primarily to support their military conquests. These highways enabled Roman legions to travel up to 25 miles per day and facilitated the rapid relay of messages and intelligence through a network of post houses. Roman roads were managed much like modern highways. Stone mile markers and signs provided travelers with distance information, and special complements of soldiers acted as highway patrols. This incredible network of roads not only bolstered military efficiency, but also unified the empire, allowing for the swift movement of goods, people, and information. 7. Roman arches, engineering marvels. Arches have been part of human architecture for about 4,000 years, but it was the ancient Romans who truly mastered their potential in construction. The ingenious design of the arch allowed Roman engineers to distribute the weight of immense structures like the Colosseum evenly across multiple supports, preventing collapse under their own mass. Taking their innovation further, Roman engineers developed this segmental arch by flattening its shape and repeating it at intervals to create robust supports capable of spanning vast distances in bridges and aqueducts. Together with columns, domes, and vaulted ceilings, the arch became a hallmark of Roman architectural prowess and style. This mastery of arches not only enhanced the aesthetic grandeur of Roman monuments and buildings, but also revolutionized construction techniques, laying a foundation for architectural advancements that would influence civilizations for centuries to come. 8. Roman field surgery. Advancements in battlefield medicine. In the annals of medicine, ancient Rome stands out not only for its surgical innovations, but also for its pioneering battlefield medicine. While the Romans are credited with inventing surgical tools and refining techniques like the cesarean section, Their most significant contributions came amidst the chaos of war. Under the leadership of Augustus, the Romans established a dedicated military medical corps, an early example of a field surgery unit. These highly trained medics wielded Roman ingenuity to save lives on the battlefield, employing innovations such as hemostatic tourniquets and arterial surgical clamps to staunch bleeding. Beyond treating injuries, Roman field doctors played a pivotal role in maintaining military health. They conducted physical examinations on recruits, enforced camp sanitation to prevent disease outbreaks, and even practiced rudimentary antiseptic techniques by sterilizing instruments in hot water, a practice ahead of its time, not fully embraced until centuries later. Thanks to these advancements, Roman soldiers enjoyed longer lives on average than civilians, despite the constant perils of combat. The legacy of Roman military medicine endures as a testament to their foresight and skill in enhancing survival and wellness under the most challenging conditions. 9. Roman law, the 12 tables, and the Corpus Juris Civilis. From subpoena to habeas corpus, the foundations of Western legal systems trace back to ancient Rome, whose laws shaped governance for centuries. At the heart of early Roman legal tradition stood the 12 tables, a set of laws inscribed around 450 BC that formed a crucial part of the Republic's constitution. These tables covered diverse topics from property rights and religious practices to criminal offenses, prescribing punishments for offenses ranging from theft to sorcery. Yet the pinnacle of Roman legal legacy came with the Corpus Juris Civilis, commissioned by Byzantine Emperor Justinian I between 529 and 535 AD. This monumental work aimed to consolidate centuries of legal precedent into a unified code. Among its groundbreaking principles was the presumption of innocence, a concept that profoundly influenced modern jurisprudence worldwide. Following the decline of the Roman Empire, the Corpus Juris Civilis endured as a cornerstone of legal education and practice. Its impact transcended borders, laying the groundwork for legal systems across Europe and influencing frameworks as distant as the civil law traditions of Louisiana in the United States. Today, Roman law continues to resonate in the legal principles and structures that underpin societies globally. 10. The Julian Calendar. The foundation of our modern Gregorian calendar closely mirrors its ancient Roman predecessor, dating back over 2,000 years. Early Roman calendars borrowed from Greek models tied to lunar cycles. However, the Romans, who viewed even numbers as unlucky, eventually adjusted their calendar to ensure each month had an odd number of days. This system persisted until 46 BC, when Julius Caesar, alongside astronomer Sosigenes, introduced the Julian calendar to synchronize with the solar year. Caesar's reforms expanded the year from 355 to the now familiar 365 days, organizing the months into a structure recognizable today. While the Julian calendar was a significant improvement, it miscalculated the solar year by 11 minutes annually, leading to a cumulative discrepancy of several days over centuries. To rectify this, the Gregorian calendar, nearly identical to the Julian, was adopted in 1582. This update corrected the error by adjusting the leap year schedule, aligning more accurately with astronomical observations. The Julian calendar remains a testament to Roman ingenuity in timekeeping, laying the groundwork for how we track time and seasons to this day. From aqueducts to concrete, roads to the Julian calendar, and law to medicine, ancient Rome's legacy resonates through history. Their innovations shaped civilizations, from engineering marvels to legal principles and battlefield medicine. Subscribe for more insights into our shared past, and don't forget to like this video. Thank you for exploring ancient Rome's enduring influence with us.